Okay, so happy Friday, happy Black Friday, happy fucking Frieren Friday. Let's go. The reason I'm in such a good mood right now is not just because, yesterday was Thanksgiving and I had a great Thanksgiving. It's not because I watched a great episode of The Elf Show, although that's always a great fucking episode of The Elf Show. Because last week, at some point, I was like, I need to know. 1 core or 2 core. Let me look this shit up. I gotta know. And we're getting 2 core. We're getting 2 core back to back is what they said. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna keep riding with the Elf Show until the end of the year, which means 12 episodes. Usually a core is about 12, maybe 13 episodes. So another core is probably about 3 months. So I guess that means it'll probably go till about February or so, which, hey, I'll take that, man. We're going to get Frieren Fridays throughout February. That sounds like a ride. As for this episode, like most Frieren episodes, it's very much 2 different stories. Like, here's what's going on in the first half, and then the second half is something completely different. The first half, they're still walking through the mountains, walking through the snow. At one point, Frieren just fucking falls asleep standing up. Fern's gonna carry her, and then Stark's like, I'll carry her, it's no big deal. And Fern's just giving him this look like, I don't want you to carry a woman. No. And then he's like, okay, like, I don't see the problem. And then later he's like, you've been carrying her for a long time. Here, like, I'll carry her. No. You're a pervert. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, I'm just trying to ease the load. I won't lie, I didn't find that particularly funny. Again, it's like, I love Fern and her just low-key. The way she's very low-key when she's harshly judging someone, I think is really funny. I didn't think this instance was particularly funny. I'm like, Stark didn't really do anything to deserve that. He is just like, I want to do you a solid. I want to help my friends out, but like, okay. Freyren's having a couple flashbacks, just thinking about her old party, thinking about her friends. She has this one flashback about why Himmel wanted to be a hero. And it's because he and Heiter grew up together, and he was like, I want to be a hero, I want to help people, and Heiter would kind of rip him about, like, yeah, but, you really ain't shit, like, you're a fake hero, blah, 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 and then, and then our boy said, you know what, bet, fuck you, out of pure unadulterated spite, I am going to become a hero, I'm going to save the world just to prove you wrong. Like, I kind of dig that. So, turns out this world, I don't remember what the name of the sword was. Maybe they didn't actually give it a name, but it's essentially Excalibur. It's just like the hero sword. This is like, it's literally in a stone. It can only be pulled out by the true hero and all that kind of shit. And the story is that Himmler did pull it out, but he never actually did. It is still in the stone. Because they go back to, like, through the journey, they go to that one specific location. And they talk about how, like, monsters are heavily attracted to the sword, but, like, there's a barrier so they can't really get into the cave, but they're always attacking the village, and, like, the village chief is, like, this small child, and I thought her interactions with the party, like, while not very many, were kind of adorable, like, her being much shorter than even Frieren is, like, jumping up to try to meet her at eye level. I thought that was funny. They fight a bunch of ice wolves, and I'm looking at them going, okay, not one for one, but I'm getting Hisuian Zoroark vibes from these. And as someone who fucking loves the design of Hisuian Zoroark, is like, that's good shit. But they see the sword is still in there, and Freyren's like, yeah, Himmler never actually pulled it out. And it was something that definitely upset him. But he's like, okay, so I guess I'm not a real hero. I'm not the destined hero, but you know what? I'm going to do it anyways. I don't need the sword to beat the Demon King. I don't need the sword's approval to go help people, to go save people. I'm going to help and save people anyways. Fuck it. And because he's so well... Excuse me. Well, because he is the hero that saved people from the Demon King, because he is so well beloved, his legacy is such that it has overcome the actual truth. So... everyone just the people who know that he didn't draw it, no one's gonna say anything. It's like, yeah, it's, let everyone have this, and let him have this, because he deserves it. And I do kind of dig that. And then there is this kind of bit of a talk about, it's like, yeah, like when someone really becomes a legend, that overrides the person that they actually were, for better or for worse. And I think that's kind of interesting. The second half of the episode is they go to a town and they're like, all right, guys, like, let's everyone do their own thing. So Stark kind of goes to do his own shit. And Frieren's like, yo, Fern, you know, today's his birthday, right? He turns 18. No, I didn't know that. Why are you just telling me now? Oh, well, yeah, it's his birthday. What are you going to get him? I don't know. I don't know what Stark wants. Frieren, what did you get him? And like, she's just fucking smiling and giggling. Like, Frieren's like, I got this. I got the best fucking present for this dude. You're gonna love it. He's gonna love it. And she like opens her fucking suitcase and pulls out this potion. She's like, it's a potion. And when you pour it on someone, it dissolves their clothes and nothing but their clothes. And I know that men love it. So Stark's gonna love it. This is great. Like, I can't wait to see his face when he gets it. And Fern, being Fern, just takes it and pours it on Frieren's head. Like, I told you not to fucking buy that. That is disgusting, degenerate shit. I don't know what's worse. The fact that you bought that thinking he'd like it, or the fact that he might actually like it. But no, you get him something different. I will get him something different. And then Frieren's just sitting there as like her clothes are dissolving, just like, but why? It's like, this is such a good plan. That was expensive. Like, you know how valuable that shit was? Man. So Frieren looks through her, like, her stuff, and she finds some, like, something with some writing on it, and she's like, I got an idea. Then you cut away to Fern, who's trying to find Stark, and is just kind of asking people around town, like, have you seen this dude? Have you seen this dude? And he's just been helping people, hanging out with people, just being a good dude, being a local hero. She's like, you know, I was like, I know I shit on Stark a lot. He is a good dude. He is a very kind-hearted person. And she's almost, there's this, I feel like Fern kind of likes him, but isn't sure about it yet. And I do find it kind of interesting. It's like, this is really the first person of her own age that she spent a lot of time with. So I feel like the idea that like a romance could form, I feel like that's pretty believable. I'd like to see where it goes. But the fact that she's like, I think I like him, but I'm not sure. But I also kind of don't like him because he's an immature kid. And again, not like a tsundere where it's like, I don't like you, you idiot. It just, she's working through it. And I find it pretty interesting. Like, she finally sees him. He's like sitting by himself on a bench overlooking the town, looking at the clouds. And she sees him and she's almost kind of thinking to herself, like, oh, like, he looks so peaceful. He looks so serene. He's been helping people all day. Now he's resting. What a good dude. Man, that cloud looks like it has massive boobs. Oh god, he is a pervert. Frieren was right. Oh my goodness, why did I think for a second that he was halfway decent? That one looks like poop. Okay, he's not a pervert, he's just an idiot. And then out loud, he's like, boy, I can't wait to tell Fern about these clowns I've been finding. Oh god, now I don't want to talk to him. Like, how do I bring this up? Like, I want to get him a present, but now I don't want to interact with this idiot and catch his stupid. But they do talk for a bit, and he can tell that she's like silently judging him. But she ends up buying him like a bracelet, like this nice little silver bangle. It's kind of nice. They go back to the house. Oh yeah, Stark also tells her the backstory. Because she's like, look, it's your birthday. Oh shit, I didn't even realize. Cool. What do you want for your birthday? What do you mean what I want? Like, I'm gonna give you a present. Really? Why? And she's like, all right, you're being annoying. You're making this hard. Fuck it. Like, no, like, I'm being genuine. Why? Like, my family didn't do that. We were like this family of warriors and shit, and they didn't give me presents. Like, I don't know, like, my older brother, what's his name, Stoltz, I think? Schultz? Is like, my older brother, like, he was the baddest dude ever, and like, he was really nice to me. I think he was the only one that actually kind of liked me. Everyone else kind of treated me like shit, and well, the village got attacked by demons, and my brother told me to run. So I did. It's kind of all I do. Like, I'm just so scared all the time, and like, my master never gave me presents. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's just how warriors are, I guess. But if you want to give me something, like, that's really cool. I appreciate that. And then when they go back to the house, or like to the inn, Frieren has made these giant fucking hamburger steaks. And Stark's like, yes, like, this is a fucking tradition. I love this shit. Like, you know, my master used to make this for me. You know, like, my brother used to make this for me. And Frieren says, she's like, yeah, so when we travel together, this is something that Eisen would do on people's birthdays. Is he would make these big-ass hamburger steaks for everybody. And it was a celebration of the person and their hard work. Because to him, everyone who works, like, this is what a warrior eats. This is to celebrate a warrior. And if you're someone who works hard, you are a warrior. This is my present for you. And then Stark is thinking back, it's kind of like, oh my god, like, every time my master was, like, doing that for me, he was giving me a present. And then he thinks back to his brother, who would, on Stark's birthdays, do the same thing, and he's just kind of like, oh my god, I did have people in my life who loved me. And I didn't know that. And then he's like eating and he's kind of crying a little bit. I'm like, oh, this is really fucking sweet. And Freyren's like, yeah, like, you know, and Eisen gave me the recipe and I thought this was perfect. By the way, there's a little bit of that potion left. And then Stark's like, what's the potion? I have no idea what you're talking about. And Fern's like, okay, Frieren, no, bad elf, Stark, bad you for even asking, which, again, that's one of those trips I just don't really care for. I feel like Fern's just deadpan delivery makes those tendencies a lot funnier. They don't bother me as much, but anyways, good episode. I really liked the stuff with Stark in this episode. I have no idea what happens in the next one. Like, I'm assuming in the next one, they probably make it to that town they're trying to get to, or it's just like another travel episode in between. But good shit as always. Looking forward to next week as always too.